Email etiquette. Presented by 0toprotraining.com. In this session, we will talk about email etiquettes. Email is a mode communication. In fact, it is a most wide-used mode of communication. You should aim for clarity in your email messages to enable clear communication. Here are some guidelines to achieve that. As email address may not be clear enough, you should state your name in the end. The signature should be kept short. It should be limited to your name and relevant contact information. If you wish to add a quote or a tagline, then do make sure that all your audience will be okay reading it. Your email recipient can even forward your email to others. Do not add general disclaimers about confidentiality at the end. The confidentiality of an email can never be guaranteed, and cannot be forced, using a disclaimer. If privacy is a concern, then more secure means of communication should be used. A meaningful and concise subject line should always be included. Nothing is more frustrating for a receiver than receiving an email with no subject line, or a wrong subject line. Do not use email when other forms of communication is more appropriate. Appropriate and professional language should be used. Keep the message short, and keep it to the point. If a meeting on the phone, or face-to-face, is required or preferred, then it should be indicated in the email. When the topic is changed, then a new email message should be created altogether. Do not type in uppercase. It is difficult to read, and is perceived as yelling. Do not type in lowercase. It is symbol of laziness. Paragraphs and sentences should be kept at sensible length. Long sentences are harder to follow. Dense paragraphs are harder to read. Correct grammar, spelling and punctuation should be used. Spell check utility should be turned on. Be very careful about using abbreviations that your audience is not aware of. Know your audience before using abbreviations. The language neutral should be kept gender neutral, unless gender is specific in the context. Be careful when sending personal information via email. Email cannot be considered secure or confidential. Avoid sending credit card numbers, passwords, and PINs via email. Avoid forwarding or replying to chain letters. You can request your acquaintances not to include you in chain letters. Forward jokes only to selected audience, who you are sure will appreciate it. When a message is delivered, it is considered sent. Do not ask to recall a message. Email is all about clear and efficient communication. You should ask yourself if the reply is really necessary. If it is, then answer all questions. Separate your response from the original message. Double check where the reply is going. You don't want to send your messages to a wrong group. Unless it is absolutely certain that informality is acceptable to the receiver, formal modes of address should be used. Please, and thank you, be used, wherever appropriate. Immediate reply to your email should not be expected. People read their email only periodically. Also, note that immediate delivery is not a certainty, as well. Email is not a secure mode of communication. If you are sending sensitive information, then use other encrypted methods. Smileys and other emoticons can be a useful tool for communication. They are a replacement for body language. They should be only limited to informal email messages. They should be used sparingly. The email message you have typed should be read over before it is sent out. If you notice any points where you can make the message more clear, do that before hitting the send button.
Thank you for watching. For more videos, please visit zerotoprotraining.com.